Hi everyone, it's me and Rory, and this is going to be my second video blog, which is going to be on the difference between instructing and coaching. So instructing is not isn't really the best way to go about it in some senses, because instructing is you're telling them exactly what to do. You're giving them like a model on how to do a particular skill or movement, and that's like it. That's all that they think that it is. They don't. You don't kind of give them any room to try it for themselves and get the best kind of technique for them, because it's not all about the model technique. It's about how it feels to you as well. I mean, you have to stay within the same rough technique area and skill area, but it's not all about how other people perceive that should be performed. It's also going to come from you yourself. So with instructing, admittedly, there's very little failure. There's a very high success rate, and that's purely because that's the model way you meant to do it, and it looks good, especially in a controlled environment where there's nothing really to kind of interfere and get in the way. However, on top of that, there is very little improvement. You start the skill, you go through the movement, and that's absolutely fine. It looks really good, and you're doing it right, but from there you can't really progress and improve on that skill, because you've got that set into your mind that's what you need to be doing. There's no room for more improvement. There's no room for experimentation. So, and with various different variables that come in during a game situation, it's going to be a lot different, and there's much less transfer between other skills and other sports, in fact, because of how rigid and how solid that it's being taught. There's no, you can't really take it and put it in something else as well, because that's exactly how you have to do it. Now, coaching is the opposite of that. Coaching is where you help people through it. So it's trial and error. You let them kind of get on. Basically, you show them what the skill is, and then you let them go and do it themselves, see how they get on, and then you coach them through to what it should be. Now, that's not to say that you're going straight back to instructing. And you show them exactly how to do it. That's you showing them that their technique is right, their own version of it is right, as long as it kind of coincides with how the skill should look. You've got to, so you let them figure it out for themselves, which is massively beneficial to them, and it really, really improves the transfer of skills between other sports and other motions, other movements. Now, to look at, there's a high failure count, but that's purely because they're learning through it themselves. They're not being taught exactly how to do it. They are finding their own feet in that particular section. So there's a lot more improvement to be gained out of it. There's a lot more advancement through the particular skill, and you progress much more, because you're allowed to adapt the skill, you're allowed to adapt to different situations, adapt it to what's more comfortable for you, because sometimes the way that you have to do things isn't the right way to do it for you. Everyone's different. You can't generalise how you can do something. And that's why, unfortunately, a lot of coaching methods, certainly with young kids, are instructing. Because as a parent, you don't want to see your child at this sports club failing over and over again, not getting the skill right and being... you want to see results quickly. You can't sit back and watch them for weeks and weeks as they can't do it. You want them to be doing it straight away, done. Or else you're going to take your child out of the environment. You're going to think immediately, that's a rubbish coach. Don't want to be going to him or her anymore, and you'll take them somewhere else for exactly the same thing to happen. High failure, actually, at the start, is a much more beneficial pathway. Because in the long run, if you want your child to progress, in the long run, they need to be able to figure it out for themselves, and not just have a coach telling them exactly how to do things without their own interpretation. And that's one of the unfortunate things and that's what's going wrong at the moment with youth coaching, is the fact that, and it's not really the coach's fault in a sense. It's got to do with society and the community as a whole, because they won't let you basically coach. You have to instruct, and it's a bit unfortunate, really. So that's basically my blog on the way that you need to go about coaching young kids and, well, almost anyone really. Instructing, yeah, is a high success, but actually sometimes you're going to have to bite the bullet and even go and chat to the parents or guardians or whoever and tell them what you're doing, so actually they don't just think, oh, well, he's rubbish, he's not taking anything from this, he's not doing anything, we're going to take him out and take him somewhere else, him or her. So that's the end of my second video blog. Next blog will be up shortly. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much.